Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, you are very welcome. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for your loyalty and your love. In today's video, we are going to be doing a little something for the beginners, those of you that are just starting out in makeup, you're getting exposed to the world of makeup and beauty. I'm going to be showing you guys how to build the perfect makeup kit using affordable products. The basic and most important items you're going to need when starting out in makeup. Nothing too extra, things that you're going to be needing for your normal makeup routine. If you're a beginner or a pro and you want to know how I personally like to pack up my makeup kit, then please keep on watching. Guys, I have with me here my makeup bag. For a standard basic makeup kit, a bag of this size will be more than enough for you to use for your makeup. So I needed to use a clear bag for this video just so you guys can see every single thing that I'm going to be putting into the bag. So first of all, in every single makeup routine, you always start off with prep. You should always moisturize your face. So that's out of the way, your face is moisturized. Now let's begin putting stuff in the bag. You don't necessarily have to buy the exact same product that I'm using in this video. You can obviously make it your own. The first step of any makeup routine is always a primer. So people like to say that primers are not essential. I wouldn't really listen to them. It's better to be safe than sorry. I feel like everyone needs a primer. I'll be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This is a primer and a moisturizer all in one, so you can skip the moisturizing step and just go straight in with this primer instead. So this is the first thing we are going to be needing, and I'm going to put that in the bag. So after your primer, I like to go in and start off with my brows. I don't invest in brow products. Whenever I see a brown brow pencil, if it looks like it can do the job, then I just get it. So I got this from a random drugstore. This is just a normal brow pencil. So it comes with a spoolie on the other end. This is also very efficient when drawing your brows. You need a brown eyebrow pencil, and it's usually trial and error with these pencils. You have to keep on using different pencils. Some people use the brow pomade, but I think the pencils are more beginner friendly, so we are going to throw that in the bag. And after filling in my brows, I go in with my concealer, the LA Girl Pro concealer, and I use the shade Fawn. I really like the consistency of this concealer for cleaning out my brows. So this is the next thing I do, and we're going to be putting it in the bag. Of course, you need a brush to apply that concealer with. I just have this random brow brush. I don't remember where I got it from because the name has wiped off, but you need a brush like this. So besides this brush, I also have a Sigma brush as well. This is the Sigma E15 flat, the finer brush that can also be perfect for applying your concealer under your eyebrows. I'm just going to be putting both brushes into the bag. So now that the brows are done, the next thing we are going to be doing is, of course, our foundation. So you can have just one foundation. I'm going to be using a classic. This is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is the foundation we're going to be using, so I'm going to also put it in the bag. After the foundation, of course, you're going to be needing a brush to blend out your foundation. And some people like to use a beauty blender. I started out using a beauty blender to blend out my foundation, but I realized that it was very, I found it very time consuming. The time I would take like tapping the beauty blender into my face, I would end up getting so tired. So I decided to start using a brush. I'll be using the Real Techniques expert face brush. This is kind of a brush that does it all. It has different functions for the face. I would recommend you getting this brush as opposed to getting like 5 or 6 different brushes that can do everything that just this one brush can do. So maybe instead of getting one of these brush, you can get 2. This is the Real Techniques expert face brush, and this is the most beginner friendly brush I can recommend for your foundation. Put it in the bag. What's next in the makeup routine? It's of course our highlight and our contour. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the LA Pro concealer, but normally what I would use to highlight is my Fenty Beauty concealer, and this is in the shade 370, which costs like I think $32. You don't need to break the bank. You can get the LA Pro concealer that's just like $4 or $5. So we are putting the LA Pro concealer in the shade Fawn. We are putting it back into the bag. I'm going to be setting the highlighter under my face first. A setting powder is very important in any makeup routine. I also have 2 setting powders depending on your budget. I have the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, which is kind of an all-time fave. It is very affordable. It really does the job. It is an amazing powder. But I'm also going to suggest the Huda Beauty setting powder as well. This is in the shade Kunafa. This is also a very nice powder. So they both do the job, whatever is more comfortable for you. I'll be putting in the Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and we'll be using this to set the highlighter under our eyes. So after setting powder, I like to bronze and contour my face. I use the Sleek, which is also very affordable. I broke it the day I got it, guys. So it has a contour here and it has a highlight, which is also very good. That's what I have on my face right now, on my nose and the sides of my face. So this really does the job of 2 things. You can contour as well as highlight. So we are going to be putting it in the bag, and you can do all this with the Real Techniques brush. But for blending your highlights under your eye, I suggest you use a beauty blender, so I'm going to be putting that in as well. So after contouring, the next thing I like to go in with is my eyeshadow, and eyeshadow is very tricky for beginners. I would maybe stay away from the eyeshadow initially, but at the same time, eyeshadow is also something that's very easy to use. It depends on the palette you have, it depends on the brushes you have, it depends on the colors that you use. So these are the 3 things that can make or break a good eyeshadow look. So you need a good palette, and for beginners I would suggest anything from the Juvia's Place brand. These are very affordable palettes, very easy to work with. I have 2 Juvia's Place palettes. I have the Zulu palette and I have the Saharan 2 palette. For the sake of a beginner, I would suggest you getting your hands on the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. I'll try to insert a picture. It has very neutral tones. You have browns, you have goldens, you have rose golds. These are the colors that you should try to lean towards when you're starting out. Don't start with blue and green and yellow and red. But for the sake of this video, I'll be using my Saharan 2 palette, which is also very small and fits perfectly in the bag. Now for eyeshadow brushes, another difficult thing to talk about. When I was just starting out, guys, no jokes, I had just 1 eyeshadow brush. If you're a beginner, 2 eyeshadow brushes would be perfect for you. You don't have to have 50 brushes. You don't have to have an entire brush set. You haven't learned how to do eyeshadow yet, but you have a brush set of 20 brushes. How does that make sense? You need 2 at most 4 brushes. This is the Sigma E40 brush, and this is the Bobbi Brown brush, but of course you can get any brush you want. We'll be putting these 2 brushes into the bag. I'm going to be completing the rest of our face, which includes our blush. If you're just starting out, I don't recommend you applying blush just yet. Just skip the blush, skip the blush. You can apply a little bit of highlight. I already put the highlight in there. It was the Sleek. You can still use the Real Techniques brush to apply your highlight perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So no blush, you have your highlight all set. You want to go in and finish the rest of your eyes, and by finishing the rest of your eyes, I'm talking about eyeliner. You can get a liquid eyeliner like so. This one is like a pointed tip. This is from Il Maquillage. Or you can get like more of a kajal or an eyeliner pot, if that makes sense. I feel you should stick to black. Don't start using any other colors of eyeliners just yet. So I'm just going to be putting the black eyeliner in the bag. After your eyeliner, you want to go in with mascara. I also have two mascaras here. I have the black mascara from Il Maquillage, and I also have the Maybelline mascara. If you're a beginner, you should stick to the Maybelline. If you can afford to get a mascara that's more high-end, the Il Maquillage mascara is also a really good mascara. MAC also has mascaras as well. Any brand whatsoever, it's just mascaras. I have been using this for years and years before I finally switched to the Il Maquillage. So I'm going to be putting the Maybelline mascara into the bag. Your face is almost done, but we still haven't done anything on the lips. I'm not going to suggest lip products that you have to buy if you're a beginner to put in your makeup kit. You can get lipsticks from anywhere. Without learning how to do makeup, it's possible that you've already been applying lipstick since you were very little, or lip gloss or lip balm. So I think this part depends on you and the colors that work best on you. I'm more of a nude gloss. That's what I usually reach towards. So if you don't see me wearing a nude gloss, then you'll see me on a bold red lip. These are like my two favorite lip combos. I'm just going to throw in a random lip because this is from Victoria's Secret. That's what I used right now, so I'm just going to put it in there. But of course you can get whatever you want. I think we're almost done. Lashes, false lashes are not necessary. If you can put on like 2-3 coats of mascara, I feel like they can do the job perfectly for you. You can start using false lashes after you've like mastered everything else. Just use your mascara, 2-3 coats, and you're absolutely good to go. Because of that, we are going to be skipping putting false lashes into this bag. Last but not least, you need a setting spray. I also have 2 setting sprays to show you guys today. We have the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, which in my opinion is the best setting spray in the market. This setting spray is amazing. It costs just about $18. It is affordable, most importantly. On the other end, I have the Urban Decay All Nighter, which is also a very good setting spray. This is the mini one. This setting spray is for when I'm going to be wearing my makeup for a long time. If you spray this on your face, your makeup stays in place. It does not shift. Sometimes you don't even need touch-ups, and this is coming from someone with oily skin. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be putting in the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I think that's it. I think we've built ourselves a beginner makeup kit. We can now close this up. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you've been able to get an idea of the essential items you need when you're just starting out. I did not mention anything unnecessary. Every single thing is important. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Also give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions whatsoever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.